Okay.
Sige. Para sa terminate. Okay. Sige. Oo nga eh. Tsaka ito, nandiyan ba si attorney? Nag-discuss kasi siya eh. Wala nang sinasabi doon sa AI doon sa BTP. Oo. Oo, wala pa yung linya. Oo. Hindi ito, ipapasend ko na kaya ito yung form, tapos isend ko sa'yo. Oo. Email mo sa akin yung sales. Para times 3% ko lang. Sige. Yun lang. Okay. Happy New Year! Sige. Sige, bye-bye. Wala nga siya sa office. Basta na pa ako.
Hi guys. Let's start. But before we start, I'd like to share the returns of different investment assets as of December 31, 2020. So the biggest gainers are actually cryptocurrencies, XRP and Chainlink. So among them, the biggest gainers are Chainlink, followed by Ethereum, and then BTC, and then Litecoin, and the least gains is XRP, which is 13.97% only. And then for commodities, it's silver, and then followed by gold, and then natural gas. US oil is still down by 21%. It's actually also the biggest losers among the investment assets or the different assets I'm monitoring. On the indices, biggest gainers is Nasdaq. And the biggest loser is actually this one, IDX, and the PSPI, down by 8.64%. So let's start first with Bitcoin. So let's start first with the long-term view and then followed by short-term view or shorter time frame. So for long-term view, I will use this one. Actually, this is my first time to use this logarithmic chart in making my analysis. This is I think I just started it last December 29. So let's just
Good morning. Happy New Year.
So currently we are in the third cycle, and this one. The first cycle is here, but I'll just use the second and possibly the third cycle. So we are currently in the third cycle at this area. Wait, let me just. Okay. And the time frame is more or less around 1,476 days. So if this or if history repeat itself, I'm expecting around 200. What's that? 290. Wait, there. 292,657, or around 293,000 rounded off. Possibly by around January 8, 2022. So that's actually that's a lot of gains. Wait, let me just look at it. So possibly that's a possible gain of around 909.10% if this best estimate case was hit, will hit this amount, 292,000 more or less. So let's see how this goes, because it's really pretty bullish. So currently at the start of the year and even in 2020, most of my trades are just longs. Though I also trade some short, but it's on a very minimum amount, and I'll just do it when I'm scalping. I sorry. So on the other one is the conservative estimate I'm looking at. I computed the CAGR or compounded annual growth rate of BTC from 2011 to 2020, a year end. So that's a period of around 9 years or 9 years. So the compounded annual growth rate of that is 313.20%. Just multiply that with the year-end value or the year-end closing price, which is the 29,000 something, which is the 29,001 or more or less 29,000. And that would be the estimate price I'm looking at. So this is 100, more or less 120. But the exact amount is around 134. I mean 119,834. So close to 120,000.
Yung attorney meron sa quarterly. And 17 ano siya attorney? Corporation o individual?
And the worst estimate I'm looking at, if ever it dump, if they will dump BTC, I'm looking at 9,665, which is the CMC gap. So let me just show you. Let's go to this. And we'll use the regular chart here. So I'll be using the daily time frame. So this is the whole chart of the CMC futures, Bitcoin futures. Oh, what's that? So most of the gaps have already been filled, except for I'll just need to double check. Yeah, on the daily time frame, the lowest unfilled gap, if ever there will be another dump, if ever, is the worst case I'm looking at is the 9,665, which is this area. Actually almost filled, but it did not fill most of it. So that's me. So this is the unfilled portion. Oh. So that's the worst case if ever BTC will, if ever there will be another global dump. Though it's unlikely, but of course we need to also, I'm also looking at it if ever. And today, at the start of the year, you can also see another gap here. From this, the high of this is 29,700. It opened higher. So let's see. So in this spreadsheet, I'm computing the possible gains. I'm using the of course, the year-end closing prices and the best estimate and just the worst estimate. So the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. So if ever the $292,000 was hit, possibly by beginning of 2022 next year, that's a possible gain, or I mean that's a risk reward ratio of a possible gain of 909.10% and a possible loss of 66.67 if the CMC gap was filled. If the CMC gap will be filled. So that's a risk reward ratio of 13.63. Personally, I enter a trade if the risk reward is at least 2, whether it's a long term or short term trade. So there. So let's see. Anyway, let's move on to the on the if you're scalping. Normally, I use this one swing or scalp. I use 30 minutes and 3 hours. So I put an alarm here because if this will break this area around the upper bound of around 34,500, I'm expecting the next target at 35,000, which is I use how did I get that? I use the not that. I use the Renko chart as a target because each bar just add another the height, and that will be the target. Anyway, it changes. Yesterday, I think yesterday, no, it's not yesterday. The last stream I'm looking at is 1385. Now, the height of each Renko chart is 1677. So from 33,554 plus 1677. So 33,554 plus 1677. So that's more or less 35, more than 35,000 already. 35,231. 35,231. So that's the next target I'm looking at. But as you can see, I have a alarm on this area. So I'll wait for it to break the previous highs before I enter again another trade. But currently, I relong at this area because it's holding at that area. So 10 minutes more before it closes. So let's see. So seems like it's already consolidating at this area. Look at this. The low is 32,270. The here is 32,400. So seems like it trying to move higher on 3 hours time frame. So actually, that's at the start of the year. Normally, I don't trade on weekends, but yeah, I think at this New Year and the past 3 days, I trade because uh, of the opportunity and yeah, of course, the volatility. So it's my first time to trade on weekends, and of course, New Year. So let's see how a PTC goes. Oh, we can also use this one. Because normally I just trade using the price action.
Yung mga deadline, wala namang deadline natin. O kaya, ang pinaka-deadline ngayon yung 25 na. Tsaka 30 kasi yung deadline.
So let's see how this goes. More or less 35. Oh, I think the outlook that I make last. What was the date? I almost forgot. Yeah, just recently. I think Saturday. I think that was on Saturday. My TP there is around 30,000 and it continues to move higher from there when I'm streaming, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think let's see how this goes. What's that? Nice triangle. I think, oh, 50,000. Oh, someone here said, I think 50,000 by next weekend. Wow, 50,000 by next weekend. If the trend continues, I think it's also possible. Because I'm looking actually, honestly, for 292. Normally for this year, in trading, I'm using the Renko chart. And yeah, I started using the logarithmic chart also. So let's see how it goes. And hopefully everyone, of course, almost all traders hopefully could also gain from the market movement. Oh, let's just check the weekly. 2,000. Oh, that was a lot of 15,000. Oh, just check on this. Let's check the weekly chart because you said 50,000 by next week. So more or less another weekend. If this continues, that's 26.15. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, most of my trades are long, so yeah, just ride where the price action is. So yeah, let's see if the 50,000 will be hit by next week. Now, let's move on to Ethereum. Most of my trades are just, before we go to that, let's look at the BTC dominance. I was looking at it a while ago, and congratulations to those who have long positions on some alts, top alts. Normally, I just trade the top alts, Ethereum and Litecoin. For this one, yeah, sometimes it changes or adjust. It adjusts because of the height. Oh, I'm using the weekly. Sorry. Lagay mo muna sa kwarto si Yellow. So let's just adjust this. So actually that's a double tap when it reached this. That's the around 71.54 area. So then it's altcoins rally from there. It's a double top. So let's see how this goes, if it continues or it will fill this gap around 74 area. So the support I'm looking at is this previous gap, which is around the 66 area, and the resistance is also the gap, another gap at 74, but it need to break the previous highs. So let's see. But currently, yeah, most of my trades are just the top 3. So yeah, and there's some of this and most of this in my watch list. What else? And this is also another gap at 97. 97%. So this is what I'm expecting here if it continues to retest that 68 area, or it will I will use the path.
Ay, magbabayad din ang sabanan. Dati, ano pa daw, gastusan yung tulog pa kay katagay din. Kasi nga, after 1 year pa yun,
possibly there. If, oh, sorry. Oh, that just, let me just, possibly there, and then there. So, yeah. So if it will retest the 80 plus, 80 around 85 area, that will be a dump for altcoins, because currently there are some rally because of what happened here. It's a double top. So there, that's the BTC dominance. So next, Ethereum. Congratulations to those who have long positions in Ethereum. So anyway, let me also share my outlook if you have missed it. Missed it last 2 days. 2 days, I think. So this is also a triangle, but it's already break that and currently trending higher. That's also the reason why most of my trades are also longs. So where did I get this best estimate? The 3,500, really 3,500. Anyway, let's go back to my spreadsheet. The 3,500, I use that using the KGAR growth. So that's a period of 5 years. My source here is a CoinMarketCap. So if KGAR continues, if KGAR growth of 374.62% continues this year, that's a possible estimate of around 3,500. So that's how I get the 3,500 best case estimate if ever. And then next is the conservative estimate I'm looking at. Well, this is just, since this is a triangle pattern, so since this is also a triangle pattern, normally, of course, we measure the height and we'll put that at breakout. So that's conservative estimate I'm looking at is it will hit 1,000, more or less 1,900 area. So that's the conservative estimate I'm looking at, and which also I put it here in my spreadsheet. And what else? The worst case estimate is of course this area, the $100, but of course I think it's unlikely at the moment. If ever it will be some dump, of course it will retest this long-term resistance trend line here. It depends where the Renko chart or Renko bar will retest this area. So let's see, and it's currently at 0.618. It's more than 0.618 already, and possibly here going around the 7.786 or more than 1,000 or 1,100 area. So also that's also another top 1,200 area. Yesterday, yeah, that's really a good rally for Ethereum. So that's also another top. So let's see, that's the resistance I'm currently looking at, because this is top and then it's currently forming a possible bullish Renko bar. So the next resistance I'm looking at is the 1,200 or close to this fib levels. So let's see how Ethereum goes. Of course, the support I'm looking at is the 900 level, if ever it will retest that again. So yeah, if you're scalping, let's try to use the 3 hours. Princess! Si Princess! Sasha, si Princess. Oh. It's on 3 hours time frame. It's already RSI almost overbought at 89%. I mean at RSI of 89.
Ano ba yan?
But this is still a bullish candle, and I'll wait for the 3 hours candle to close. Yeah, currently I'm more on swing trades, and I also have a current long position here on Ethereum. My target, personal target, yeah, on one of my position. My TP area is actually 3.5, so let's see how that goes. But of course, I also have some other account that I use in my swing trades. There, the support using the 3 hours is actually at this area, 779, but seems like unlikely to go on that area at the moment. However, correction, of course, it's in trading, there's always a correction that Princess, wait, bakit ba si Princess?
Ng December. Tapos, ilalim ko muna yung notebook. Kasi yung Princess. Hindi kasama diyan? Hindi nasama? Princess! Hindi pinamahan. Pero hindi na ako share na kasama na lahat yun. Yung sa expenses. Sige, pa-pick up ko. Okay lang ba? Pa-pick up ko. Salamat sa mga document. Nakahanda na ba? Pahanda para ano? Para pa-pick up mo.
But currently, I normally use the Renko chart. So so the general trend is still uptrend. So if I did not see any two bearish Renko bar, most of my trades will be still long. So I'll just wait for it to have really a pullback, if ever. So my strategy here on Ethereum is I'm buying on pullback, or I'm going long on it. So let's see, because versus Bitcoin, yeah, the risk reward ratio is, oh, I have a best estimate of 292. That's really high, but comparing it to Bitcoin, risk reward ratio is almost 1/3 for Ethereum. So yeah, he said the rally doesn't look slowing down. Yeah, yeah, that's why most of my positions also are also longs. I think even in 2020, most of it are just longs. Though on the global dump, of course, I got hit on there. But yeah, still a better year last year. And even this year, yeah, as long as I did not see any bearish Renko bar, of course, my position still long. And if you look at Bitcoin, see that rally,
I don't know kung
Renko bar is continues to trend higher. And I'm expecting the same for Ethereum. And that's why, yeah, I'm just sitting on my long position.
Kailan ang due date? Ano sabi niya sa due date? January.
So what else? Try the same with Litecoin pullback. Yeah, actually same. I also have a TP area at 150, and then I relong at I think 155. But at least it's now trading at 159. So yeah, I'll just wait. Because most of my trade is perpetual. There is a funding every 8 hours, or it depends on the exchange. But of course, if you hold it long term and this really continues to rally at target prices, of course, um, the funding fee will just be minimal. So now let's move on to um, Litecoin. Yeah, I TP'd at this area. Oh no, not that at the area. It adjusts at around 150 area, but it continues to trend higher. So this is a Litecoin. For Litecoin, yeah, let me just go back to my chart. I mean to my spreadsheet. So you can see the Renko chart here. The Renko chart. Yeah, I love using Renko chart because it's less noise than the candlestick or chart. Oh, so that's the reversal. So, and if you look at the bars, each Renko bar, you can see that the general trend is still uptrend. That's the reason why most of my trades are also just longs, or if there's a dump, are long. Because the bullish or the rally still continues. Oh, push it to, oh, where are they at? So this is, I'm expecting yeah, it will retest this long-term resistance. Oh, it's already almost at, oh, this is an exciting one. Yeah, break this long-term resistance, and most of my trades will be more on longs. Yeah, let's compare it to other chart, like for example this one, Ethereum. After it break the long-term resistance, it continue to rally, and that's also what I'm expecting for Litecoin. Same with, of course, the BTC is the first one that break the long-term resistance area using the Renko bar, Renko chart. I mean, so let's see how this goes. Oh, I'll just wait for it. Actually, I also have a long position, but I also have a long position, and my TP is, of course, my TP area. One of my portfolio, I mean, in one of my open position, my TP area is really the 577. But when I'm scalping, of course, I will, yeah, take a look at it if it break this area or it will break down. So let's see. This is an exciting area. but I'm expecting a breakout from here. So let's see how this goes. So you can watch it also in your own screen, or you can put some alarms.
Oo, documents lang yung pipikatin. Tapos, tapos,
So yeah, there. So that's actually most of my trade, just BTC, Ethereum, and Litecoin. But I'm also looking at these others. So let's just check some other else. Oh, XMR. XMR, there is. Let's just go on XMR.
Tapos yung bayad dito na lang, ha? Sige, salamat, salamat.
Yeah, the news there is because some exchanges just go onto the news so that you can see the latest news. Yeah, this one, because it's will stop trading um, XMR or Monero. That's why that causes it to um, trend at this area or a pullback. I think for me it's just a pullback. But of course, since it's a bearish Renko bar, of course, I will wait for the reversal of it. So as of now, yeah, just it's a no trade zone for me. Or you can go short, or I mean, I can go short, but currently I don't short because the momentum is we are in a bull year in my opinion. But if I'm scalping, yeah, of course I can short. So let's see, the resistance is this one. That's actually a double top, around 170 area. Break that area and we could possibly see the 290 area. So let's see how this Monero goes. I will 1 2. So let's see. Wait, let's just try to look at it. Because I don't know. I think January 15. That's the date of the listing of Bittrex. Let's just look at it. So if you want some news on the asset, you just go to the right side and click on the news. I think January 15. Yeah, January 15. So a few days from now, they will delist Monero.
Hindi, ibig sabihin, ngayong December, ibig sabihin
it's a breakdown. So I'll just wait. I'll just wait before I relong. Maybe possibly after this one, January 15.
Okay.
Or at least I'll wait for the reversal. Anyway, let's look at the candlestick. 3 hours. Yeah, it seems like holding, but of course the delisting will happen January 15. So expect some volatility on that date. So at the moment, I'm just watching XMR. But the resistance I'm looking at is the 174 and 290. Support area currently at these areas. Around this 135. If it break that area, possibly this area. Or less this area at 111. So let's see how that goes. So I'm just watching it at the moment, and so see, that's a daily. Wait, let's look at oh yeah. But if you're scalping, actually there is a hidden bullish divergence. a regular bullish divergence for possibly forming. It's going down. Oh, I don't like that. This one. It's going down while the indicator is going up. So this is a regular bullish divergence. However, I don't know what will be the reaction on January 15. If it's already priced in, or there will be another strong volatility, downtrend volatility. So there. So let's see how this Monero goes. 10% drop. So mostly I'm just a price action trader, using chart and the Renko chart. Is this a regular chart? Yeah, this is a regular chart. Everyone is an investor. Day trading will help you reach goals just a bit quicker. Next is what else? Oh, a dot. Actually, I'm holding this dot. Still staking. Oh, we have missed the XRP. Well, actually, I also holding some XRP. I bought it before the snapshot of flare, but it continues to trend lower. Yeah, you just look at the news, and because of course, the issue with the SEC, if it's a security or not. However, at the moment, yeah, I'm just watching it. I'm still holding my XRP actually. So it's still in my wallet. However, I will wait for of course, the uh, result of this SEC lawsuit. So the worst case, well, if you look at the Renko chart, Renko bar still a bearish mode. So I'm just watching it. So I will wait for a possible reversal. And possibly that will happen when they reach or there's a result between the SEC and XRP case. So let's see how this goes. Well, if you look at it, we are already near this 13 cents. That's the support. That's the current support I'm looking at, the 13 cents. The low of this is actually 7 cents. That's the worst case price I'm looking at. So XRP is currently high risk, high reward. High risk, high. It's really a high risk, high reward. It depends on what will happen on this case. So I hope they will, because of course there's still a lot of XRP holders, and it's on the top cryptocurrencies, top 3. So, oh, it's already at top 5. Top 5 cryptocurrencies. Because before it's a top 3. So, really, investor seems really bearish on XRP at the moment. So, it's the only red here. Oh, Litecoin is already at top 4. So, push it. Push it to top 3. Yeah, this is, yeah, as I mentioned, this is the top 3 coins I'm trading: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. OMG. So let's see if the worst case, of course, the support I'm looking at, if this sell-off continues, is the 7 cents. So yeah, I don't have much comment on it because it will be dependent on the outcome between the XRP and SEC case. So I'll just wait for the news. This will be news driven. If there will be a positive development on that, it could easily rally. So I think that's just it. Yeah, I cannot add more. Oh, if it rallies, of course, it can easily go back to this previous high around 70 cents or 72 cents. So let's see how it goes. It's greatly battered coin. So what else? If you have other chart requests, oh, where do you buy and sell stock without real money? Sorry. Actually, I'm not trading stocks. I'm not Oh, I'm trading stocks, but I'm not trading global stocks. Though I monitor some of the tech stocks here. Oh, maybe what he means here without real money is what's that? It's like a test net if there's no real money. Or yeah, paper trading, that's it. I think I did not personally I did not try the paper trading or the test net. Oh, sorry. Oh, someone asked about ADA before. I mean, last stream. It's also an interesting. Crypto you can also look at, but of course, always trade cautiously because disclaimer: I'm not providing any financial advice. Why exciting? Because it's close at or retesting the long-term resistance area. So if it break that area, of course, that will be a bullish on Cardano. So actually, I'm also accumulating at these levels actually. And currently, just staking it. My target here is at least the $1, if ever. Because we are in a bull run, possibly it could surpass the 1.38 highs. This is my TP area at $1 area, more or less this. So that's more or less, always measure the risk reward or the possible reward, possibly times 4 if it reach that $1 area. Of course, worst case is will retest the if ever it will, there is a rejection at this area. So watch this area if there will be a breakout or a breakdown. So there, the support I'm looking at is around 8 cents. Yeah, 8 cents. But I think among the top 10, I think top 10 altcoins, ADA is the most undervalued. Of course, except for, yeah, and also XRP because of the issue. Yeah, they are all. It's top 8. And I think it's the undervalued asset. I mean, crypto at the moment on the top 10. excluding XRP because there's an issue with the SEC. So, yeah. Top 10.
Ba't ganun? Kanina nag-flex na siya na tapos ngayon, wala pa siya. Kaya ang hirap ng daan movement.
I think it's because you're new.
Ha?
You're new.
Okay na. Din plano si
Anyway, if you have questions, just feel free to ask. Oh, XTC. So there are different kinds of traders. Most of my trades are position trades and at the same time swing trades. So most of my watch list, I do hold it, of course. And at the same time, I'm trading the futures side, the perpetual futures. That does not expire. So basically, majority is of course Bitcoin because this is the most liquid, and then Ethereum and Litecoin. Aside from that, I also what's that? Stake some staking coins, like for example Polkadot. What else? I think Link and Zill and ADA. So there. So maybe next time we'll try to analyze or how to use other indicators, because normally I just trade based on the price action. If ever I use an indicator, I just use the before RSI. Now I change it to divergence indicator because there's an indicator if it's a bear or a bullish indicator. Oh, this one. It's forming a possible bullish Renko bar, and could possibly expect it to hit this area around more or less at $10. Support I'm looking at is this previous low or this trend support, more or less around the $4.80. So if if I'll trade this, I'm currently have this. I normally look at the possible risk reward. So if it's more than two, at least two, I will trade. If not, it's a no trade zone. So that's a possible risk reward ratio of I'll use the trend support. Trend support at $5. So that's a possible risk reward ratio of 4.63. If my TP of $10 will get hit, that's a possible reward of 67%. That's just on spot. If you're using futures, or if you're trading futures, depending on the leverage that you're using. But normally when I trade futures, I'm using the maximum leverage. So I'm a high risk, high reward trader. So that's a possible gain of 67 and a possible loss of 14.56%. Anyway, when you're trading, always put a stop loss, because even if how positive or how sure you are with your trades, we can never tell that some whales will dump the asset. So always trade cautiously. And at the same time, also manage the position size. Personally, I use less than 1% of, of the amount as a position margin. So that's how I trade. I just I just risk just less than 1%, but I use the maximum leverage. So normally 100 times for cryptocurrencies, and then 500 times for commodities, and then 1,000 times for forex. So that's how I trade. Anyway, let's try to look at this one. Oh, gold. It's currently back to 1,000, more than 1,900. Yeah, there. For gold, I think this is oh, sorry. Where is the parallel channel? Is it? There. So I'm expecting a possible cap and handle, and once it break this area, possibly to target around more than, wait, let's measure it at the middle. But this is, I will just copy that and then paste. So possibly close to 2,900. That's the expectation I'm looking at, or my target for gold, 2,900, if it breaks this area. So also an exciting and or at critical levels. So let's see how gold goes. Of course, the support I'm looking at is the previous support around this area, around 1,765, the previous low. Because if it failed to break out, of course, it will retest this area. So let's see how the gold goes. So normally I trade this one at 500 times leverage. Even silver. So normally they move, their movement is the same, almost the same. But the percentage change of silver is much higher or much volatile. So mostly I'm between gold and silver. I'm trading silver because they have the same. I'm using the same leverage for both. So we're touching some commodities already. Oh, US oil already at 49. Anyway, just plot resistance area. And another at this area. Also at resistance is, yeah, oh yeah, okay. Gold is also at resistance, silver is also at currently at resistance. So this is an exciting levels here. Breakout or a breakdown, or a breakout, or it will reject at these areas. So let's see. Of course, if it oh, sorry, there's a lot of breakout and will retest the $30 immediate, and if it rejects, of course possibly will retest this strong long-term resistance, now will become the support area or a possible buy area if ever. So watch out for the current price or the market action, price movement. Breakout to that $30 will come to around $35. So normally, I'm not looking at it out at the moment, but I might possibly trade this one. Let's see. Oh, not that. Let me just use this one. Normally, when I enter the trade, I measure the risk reward, and I use each Renko bar as a possible support or resistance. That's why for here, since it's forming a possible bullish Renko bar, the support or the stop loss I'll be expecting is at these areas. Oh, let me just adjust it a bit. So there. So that's a possible, wait, adjust it a bit here. So that's a possible risk reward ratio of 4.36. I could possibly gain around 12.94% if the $30, my TP area of $30 was hit, and a possible loss of 2.97%. So 4.94 times 500. Yeah. Around 6,470 if you're using the maximum leverage. It depends on what exchange you're using. Oh, I did not measure the risk reward of gold. Yeah. But normally I trade silver versus over gold. Oh, this one. Natural gas. Yeah, this one also is also an exciting commodities that I'm looking at. Natural gas. Because if you look at the long-term chart of it, of course, if you're a long-term holder, risk reward, of course, it's I'm more bullish on it because it's already almost at its low as its lows, and fundamentally, yeah, more and more energy providers will use natural gas. So let's just move on the short-term trades. Oh, it's currently forming a possible bullish Renko bar, and yeah, immediate TP I'm looking at, of course, for this week is at 3.36, and the support at this area or the blue dotted line at 2.39. Oh, yeah. Don't have this. So possibly I'll take note of it, and let's look at or let's measure the possible risk reward. So that's a possible risk reward ratio of 2.74. You could possibly gain 28 point I could possibly gain around 28.97%. 28.97 times 500, so that's more or less 14,000%. That's nice. So I'll take note of that. Natural gas. And yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, because currently, yeah, I'm also trading indices, but not at the moment. I think that's too much to look at already. So where is Bitcoin right now? 33,300 area. Break out to that 3.38, possibly this 4.89. But I plan to TP already at 3.38 if ever I will go long. Nice. So how about the others? Let's just try to look at US indices. My favorite US indices is Nasdaq. Let me just remove all the drawings. And yeah, why Nasdaq? I love tech, technology, and tech stocks. And aside from that, it's also the biggest gainers versus other indices globally, or in the indices that I'm monitoring. Oh, this is the first Monday of the year. Just move it here. Oh, I forgot to look at whoever came. Uh, that's also the reason why I'm not adding more in any XRP. It's very risky, so I'll just wait for that outcome. I don't know how. I don't know, or yeah, of course, one or uh, lose the case. Question. Oh, it's really hard to comment on XRP. Uh, what else? Death, the death of XRP. Yeah, just X. Oh, so let's. Oh, there's already a lot of. Yeah, let's. I don't know where's the last. I did make 4,000 in BTC. Wow, congrats. What else? Oh, and then what else? I just reply to here. Oh yeah, I'm Apanoy. Yeah, but this one is English. Oh, he said. Oh, mm, um, yeah, really, it's really too technical. So if you don't have a technical background, at least yeah, you can start watching videos, because when I'm also starting, I just started watching videos, though I also enrolled in a 6 months stock market course. So there is a fundamentals there and some technical analysis. Algorand is supposed to break out soon in a 32 and currently at 45. Oh, Algo. Not looking at Algo, but let's see. What's the best? Oh, LTC push it. Oh, ETH is back to 1,000 level. Yay. Yay. Algoraland. I mean Algoland, I would say. Algo something. Not familiar with. Yeah, I might. Yeah, Algo USD. But I don't know the full name of it. I think Algo something. So let's just. Oh, it's a breakout Algo. So possibly, yeah, I'll wait for here at 72 cents. If ever I will trade this area, I will trade this asset. Immediate support, of course, this area at 38 cents. So let me just measure the possible risk reward here at 45 cents. So it depends on what kind of trader you are. But normally when I trade some asset, I also hold it, and at the same time I trade the future side of it, the futures. So this is a risk reward ratio of 3.45. That's a possible gain of 59% if ever I will trade this one. So for me personally, I will trade this one with a TP at 72 cents and stop loss at around 30, what's this, 37 cents or close to 38 cents more or less. Wait, let's try to look at it. The high is 38 cents. So that's my stop loss area. So it's a long for me. I can only talk on my personal trades, of course. Next, she said I'll go and currently 45. Actually, it's XRP. It's really on a 50-50. It depends whether they win the case or they will lose the case. Of course, if they win the case, it will can easily rally. That's why the risk reward ratio there is a very high. Not increasing good. But of course, if they will lose the case, of course, that's uh, that's the end. That's the end. Um. Oh, I'm done with it. Done with the what that XAU. XAU at a very critical resistance area. Breakout to that area could possibly retest the 2075. And if it continues to rally, I'm expecting it to hit around 2,900, because I think this is a possible cap and handle forming, and support around 1765. So there, done. And then XLM. Oh, Stellar, Stellar. Just try to remove the drawings. What's the year to date? I don't know what's the year to date. Or I mean, what's the last year ROE of Stellar? Let's just try to compute that here. Using this chart. from 2000 year end 2019. This close here. Oh, that's the close. And that went, oh, so here, that's 2019, yeah. The closing price is there, and then 2019 year end, November, December. So, oh, that's only here. So around 192% gains last year. So let me use this Renko chart. And I will use the daily time frame. Actually, I'm also planning to buy this one. I'm looking at the undervalued or altcoins that still below 2017 highs. So let's plot the trend line and this support trend line. So it's currently within the long-term downtrend area, but currently what's this? Currently a bullish Renko bar. I confirmed bullish Renko bar already. That could possibly retest these previous highs of around 22 cents. That's just the immediate, but of course breakout to that, possibly this 36 cents high. And yeah, actually, maybe I'll just wait at this area once it break this area, but I can also start to accumulate. Oh, thanks also for reminding me. So the support I'm looking at is the previous low here, at around what's this level, around 10-11 cents, or possibly if ever it will go to that level again. Break down to that 11 cents, 10 cents more or less, possibly will retest this long-term trend line support around 2 cents. That's the low, more or less. So this one will retest that 22 cents first. A breakout to that 22 cents, of course, will retest the 36 cents. Once it break this long-term resistance area, of course, I will be more on a bullish. That could possibly retest the $1 area. So yeah, let me try to, because actually I'm looking for undervalued stocks at that, undervalued asset or crypto that's still not yet moving. So I think Stellar is one of them. So that's a possible if ever times 400%. If ever it reach its previous highs. But on conservative note, I will enter once it I will personally enter once it break this 22 cents. I will start buying there, and then after it break this one, another buy, and then I'll just hold it until it reach possibly, yeah, of course I can TP at 60 cents until it reach the $1 area. So that's my personal strategy, but currently, yeah, its momentum is for it to trend higher, and the risk reward ratio is attractive. So personally, I will go long, or I will buy the crypto. And aside from that, I don't. I think it's one of at the top 10. Top 30 cryptocurrencies. So that's XLM or Stellar. And reason for WTI crude. That's US oil. WTI crude. It's US. Wait, I think there's WTI or that's. I'm not trading WTI. Oh, that's US oil. I'm trading it. That's the US oil. Sorry. That's US oil. Let's try to look at it. US oil. Because what I remember is it's US oil. Anyway. Oh, that's remove all the drawings and what? It's already at breakout. Yeah. I trade this one. Oh, what's happening? Year to date, the crude oil or US oil, 2020, it's one of the worst asset return. That's negative, what's that? 21 something percent. But of course, if you still ride the shorts of it, there's still. I think I started trading this one when it reached the negative territory. Started there. Oh, it's just loading there. Just loading. So let's just move on to this. I also trade this one, US oil. But then I don't know what's WTI crude. Yeah, because what I remember is the US oil. The what's that? The symbol. It's a breakout already. It's a clear breakout from its previous resistance here. I entered at that level of $45 and possible triple top here. So that's my target around the 65 or mostly or close to $66 dollars. So let's measure. So personally I will, and you can see that it's a possible bullish Renko bar of forming the yellow one. So that's a bullish. But why that's short? This is the long. There. US oil. So that's a possible 35% upside potential. If my TP area of around 65 area is hit, and a possible loss of 10.24%. So risk reward ratio, let me just check. Possibly I will go long because it's more than 2 risk reward ratio. Breakout to that 65, welcome to this area around 75 or 76 area. So yeah, normally when I trade, I have different TPs. I have TP1 and another TP area. That's how I trade. And then I'm adjusting my stop loss. So yeah, on my second TP, possibly the 75 or 76 area. So that's a possible gain of 56.76%. So for commodities, I think that's 500. So that's because the one that I remember, the good one is the silver. So this one is, let's use this one, 35.85. 35.85 something. Oh, 83. Or let's just use 35 times 500. So that's 1735. Let me just compare it with silver. Because normally, yeah, of course, I'm also comparing the possible risk and reward in asset that I'm, yeah, 12. 12 versus this one, which is 35. So I'll take note of that. US oil. So there, um, that's the WTI2, the debt of XRP. Yeah, it's, yeah, I can't comment much on the XRP. Let the lawyers, or I'll just wait, of course, for the outcome of that lawsuit. I was reading something, was doing, and hopefully the flare, what's that? Flare airdrop should be more than the loss. if ever, if ever XRP lost the case. So let's see how that lawsuit goes. Questions are, oh, is XRP a bargain currently? Yeah, I think so. It's a bargain. However, yeah, the outcome of it will depends on the lawsuit between, yeah, XRP and of course the SEC. So on conservative notes, I think let's just wait. Personally, I'll just wait for the outcome of that case. So yeah, currently I'm hold on XRP. Yeah, anyway, disclaimer, I'm not offering any financial advice. So I won't get into any more issues moving forward. It will, yeah, if they won the case. So hopefully they won the case. And it will rally. It can easily rally to $1, in my opinion. So yeah, what that requires to know the direction for sure. Yeah, it's a matter of time because yeah, it's, yeah, personally it's already a very low at 23 cents. What's that? 20 or 22 cents. However, it's still dependent on, of course, on on the resolution of the case. I feel better with a same price, more or less, but position better for growth. Okay? Okay, nice. So, what's the name of the course? Stock market course. Stock market course. It's actually a 6 months here in the Philippines. 6 months, 6 months here in the Philippines. I don't know, because of the COVID, I think they also have what's that? Online course. Yeah, because most people right now are working from home. What's the name? Hello. Gold is done. What's X? DXY? Oh, the dollar index. Um, anyone shorting? Yeah, not much trading forex. Um, DXY. Actually, I was looking at it early this morning and it's a really terrible chart. Um, it's still a pretty bearish Renko. This just a short term. Yeah, but it's nearing the possible support at 88. So let's see if that 88 holds, else where is the next support area. Let me just see if there is. That's also even a break. It's already a breakdown from that one. It's already a breakdown. So possibly, yeah, 88 for the XY, breakdown to that 88.32 area will retest this previous resistance around 84 area to possibly this area. Start of the year. Oh, starting March. That's already the peak. After the global dump, peak, and then it continued to trend lower. So let's see. It depends. So let's but of course based on the Renko chart, I'm still bearish on it. That could possibly retest the 88 area. Break down to that 88, yeah, possibly this around 84 area. I think that's it for now. And of course, the resistance area I'm looking at is of course this trend line. So possibly this. It depends where the Renko chart, if ever it recovers, but I don't see it at the moment. So possibly around the 90 area, 95 area. So that's the resistance I'm looking at. So it's very pretty bad for US dollar. Dump of US dollar, it's the rise of Bitcoin. What else? Oh, yeah, I'm more bearish on it. I'm not trading it. Oh, BTC dominance is already at 69. It continues to trend lower, and of course, altcoin rallies, Ethereum and Litecoin. Wow, push it. Ethereum, wow, 1021. What else? And ADA, 10%. Also Link, EOS, yeah, most altcoin rally. Next, let's try to look at the others. Done. Nice chart. Okay. Anyone shorting? Oh, this is Forex. Pound and Japanese yen. Is that cheap GBP or JPY? Let's use this one. Said shorting. Anyone shorting? Said. Wait. Oh, I'm not trading it. But looking on the short term chart of it, it's holding and it's at uptrend. And you can see that it's currently forming a possible bullish Renko bar and could possibly immediate retest this 142.5 area. Break out to that could possibly, yeah, we'll just try to use this one. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll just use this one. Possibly will, yeah, it depends where. Possibly this one, 147 area. That's the resistance I'm looking at, or more or less this area. Or also, same with the previous highs here. So 147 immediate, 147 area, the possible resistance and support at this area, 137. But if you're trading scalp, for scalp trades, yeah, better use the 140 area or this blue dotted line here. But of course, my bias here is I will not short this one. Of course, I will long this one. Yeah, there. Anyone shorting? No, I will not short it. Looking for my BFF BTC. Okay. Good night. I think that's it for today, guys. See you again next time if you have no other questions. And let's trade. Yeah, push it. Let's trade Ethereum. Oh, not that. Here. Actually, my target there is the 3.5. So I'll just wait for a possible rejection at, if ever, at the 1,200 area. But if you look at the, of course, the trend and even the Renko bars, it's still, the general trend will be bullish. So I'm not shorting any or the Ethereum at the moment. So I think that's it, guys. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See you again on Monday. Monday? Yeah, Monday. And that's it, guys. See you. No. If you have no more questions, I will end this stream in 2 minutes. Oh, why I'm using Renko bars? Because you can ride it much longer and it's less noise. But I also trade using the candlestick if I'm using the 3 hours and 30 minutes. But currently, most of my trades are position trades. So I just use the Renko chart. I think I started using it last September, and yeah, and the result is pretty good. It's a better, and my returns, personal returns, is better. So yeah, that's why I'm using it. So look at this one. Like for example, in Bitcoin, yeah, as long as it's still a uptrend and the bullish Renko bar, yeah, I'll just ride the longs. Any dump or any dump, I'm relong. I relong BTC perpetual futures. So that's my personal strategy. If you look at the, or if you use candlestick, of course there are some noise or some shorts or some dumps here. So of course you will think what you will do on that. Like for example, this one, it seems like it's the selling pressure here is high, so possibly you will go short here, or I will possibly go short here on that candlestick. However, yeah, since I'm using the Renko bar, I will not short there, but I will go long if ever there is dump, because you can clearly see where is the trend. So you can ride it longer. See? So yeah, just measure it if you have used it. I just started using it September. Where's September here? August. So possibly, yeah, at the beginning of here, more or less. So that's how I ride it. See, 186%, and I'm still have the long position. So 186% times whatever leverage you're using, I'm using 100. So that's the percentage gains based on the yeah, I'm still holding the Bitcoin, and of course I'm trading futures and I'm settling it in Bitcoin. So yeah, more or less that's the percentage return. And if you look at the 2020 year-to-date returns, that's just 300% if you're not using leverage, of course. But since I'm using it, so that's possibly the gain that I have. It means that I ride most of the longs here. That's why I'm using it personally. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes I also use candlestick. But currently now, yeah, I'm more on Renko chart. Anyway, yeah, it depends on what type of charts fits you. So if it fits you to use the candlestick, yeah, go with the candlestick. Whichever is whichever chart will give you the highest possible return or possible profit. I think that's the bottom line. So thanks. Overbought Bitcoin. Thanks. Thanks. How you use. Yeah, that's how I trade. But when I'm starting trading futures at the yeah, I think I more or less more than twice I got liquidated. But currently now I learn how to properly manage the position size. So yeah, that's how I trade now. High risk, high reward. Overbought. If you look at it, let's try to see. Yeah, almost already at overbought. RSI is already at 80.20. So let's see how it goes for for Bitcoin. Anyway, I also shared the what's that? The logarithmic chart, and using that logarithmic chart, if it repeat itself, I'm looking at $292,000 as a possible target area around January 2022. So let's see how it goes. Anyway, if ever that they will dump it, I'm looking at the at least the previous here around 28 if ever. The worst case I'm looking at for Bitcoin, if ever they will dump it, of course the 9,600 area. But currently I'm not seeing that at the moment. Wait, let me also share this one. Yeah, I think I have an alarm here. Yeah, I have an alarm at this uh, candlestick area. So let me just share it with you guys. Yeah, because I relong at this area. So yeah, I will relong another if this will alarm at or if it will exit at the previous high using the 3 hours time frame. So I think that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you again next time. Always trade with caution. And happy trading. I hope everyone, most are having a consistent profit. I think that's the goal of that's our goal, to have a consistent profit. Okay, let's end this. What is it?